What's up, people? Good afternoon to you. This is The Drop. I'm back. Season 2. That's right. Season 2 trucks along.
Always funny.
Quinn,
Season 2 is
it's always funny, man. It always gets the crowd going. Quinn Bishop over here to my left, your right. And it is time for The Drop, talking about all the latest in new music, reissues, and just silly stuff that we want to talk about.
Yeah, we got a bunch of good records to talk
about
today.
Hit it.
We're kicking off with new releases. This is stuff that's hitting the racks right now. This one is actually, you can pick it up right now. This is a big record for us. This is the new Big Bunny album. Bad Bunny, not Big Bunny. Might be a Big Bunny. Bad Bunny. And, this is an artist completely underserved by vinyl, CDs, whatever, sells out huge venues. And
he was just here, right?
Right. Like 2 nights Toyota Center.
Yeah.
And there's almost no physical goods. There's he's got cassettes.
Yeah.
So, but this is this LP just out. He's a nutty guy. Singer, rapper, wrestler.
Has a movie coming up. It's
right
going to be in a film with Brad Pitt. I don't know how big his part is. The pride of Puerto Rico right now.
Right. Yeah. Puerto Rican trap music, reggaeton associated with that, but it's more than that. There's a whole bunch of Latin trap.
That's what the kids were calling it.
And there's there's a whole bunch of other stuff being flown in on this record that make it really interesting in his work. I mean, big emerging artist, and honestly, I don't know where else you can buy this record.
Yeah, that's
from us around town.
Yeah,
we're the guys for this.
Yeah, and I'm going to take a picture of this and send it to someone who's going to love it. And in a relatively short career span.
Oh yeah,
right, because he's a super young dude. I mean, he's done features with Drake. He's had Drake, J Balvin. I was looking at some of the list of some of the contributors. A lot of people I don't even know who they are. But
right.
I mean, he's been busy. So 16 songs on this. Is it 2 albums? Is it double record?
Yeah, it's that's the thing with a lot of the hip hop records. It's a lot of content, so it ends up being on 2 records.
I don't know how many Bad Bunny fans own a turntable, but
we put it up.
This is like a collector's item immediately.
It up on Monday or Tuesday, and the phone was ringing off.
Really?
People looking for it. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Because I think big fan base, but like you're saying, they hadn't really seen any records before. But here they are.
Yeah.
We got records. We're keeping it with some hip hop with one of our favorite local guys, Houston dude, Fat Tony's new album, Exotica.
Absolutely.
Now this was available digitally and as a CD end of last year, but this is the first time it's really coming out on vinyl. It's actually a 2020 release, but first time you can get it on record featuring Bun B of UGK. I would think most of our viewers have heard of Fat Tony.
Right.
He's great. He was actually a Cactus employee for some time.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Great.
You know what I think about immediately is Neon Moon, Blow the Whistle.
Oh yeah.
He does that cool mix mashup, I guess, whatever you call it.
What I love about Tony is, man, he is so wired into a bunch of different kinds of music.
Yep.
Stuff you wouldn't even expect, classical. I
watched
hard rock.
I watched the
rock,
YouTube video for Gambling Man, the mariachi remix. It's fantastic. The dude is super creative.
He is super creative. Very funny.
Yeah.
Go see him live. Shows are great, but his music's great. I kind of keep waiting with each record for him to just kind of pop
one that's really gonna connect.
But it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you're gonna want to say.
We talked about it on The Drop.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Next up, this is we're really gonna take it down a little bit. A little moody here. The new album from the Weather Station, and their last record. It's really just one person, Tamara Lindemann. With assorted other musicians, but the last record popped up on everyone's best of list for the year, which set up this new album. And I would say if you were a fan of, downbeat chamber pop like 4AD, music of that era, late 80s orchestrated pop stuff, this is for you. Yeah,
God, I don't know anything about the Weather Station.
Yeah, she's cool. You're going to be hearing it. This record's going to end up.
It's on Fat Possum.
Yeah. It's going to get a bunch of positive reviews, I believe.
There we go. How is it that I should look at the stars? It's a cool title.
Good title, cool cover.
Yep.
It's actually funny. It's kind of like I saw this and I was like, she couldn't be any more different. But it's kind of like those Taylor Swift album covers, which are just kind of hidden away in the trees.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't think that was intentional. No. We're gonna completely change gears.
Yes, we are.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
There's a Kiefer Sutherland album. You know, actors like to be musicians, and
Sure
musicians
they
like
do.
to be actors.
Sure they do.
I think to sometimes confusing effect.
Yes.
The one thing that's really interesting about this is this has our Cactus friend Eleanor Whitmore on there of you know, Whitmore sisters, and I couldn't call that expected. I really don't know what to think about this, but I think it's interesting that he has a record out, and this might not even be the first one. It looks like it's an Americana country kind of vein.
Yep.
So people think of that.
I've interviewed Kiefer.
Oh, have you?
He's a very intense person.
Is he really?
Very nice.
He seems
but,
like he would be
but intense.
All right.
You know, takes an interview very seriously.
Oh,
you know,
even
so,
with you?
Even with me.
All right.
So
well,
I kept it pretty much just business. I didn't want to like try to yuck it up with him anyway. Another actor that dabbles in music that I've interviewed and have both been part of the Fox family at one time, Kevin Bacon.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Sat down with Kevin a couple of times.
Yeah, he's all about his music and making records, and he's not going to stop.
Nope.
He's going to keep.
He's going to keep
Bacon
going.
Brothers.
Consistency.
Bacon Brothers.
Right, let's do it.
And you got to wonder how many times people that are talking about this Keeper Sutherland record
bring that up. Hey, by the way, yeah, they do a show together. It's over. It'll be a co-headlining tour. Yes, a band that I love.
This is a big record for the week.
Band that I love.
Band of Horses are back with their new album. Things Are Great, and you know, atmospheric pedal steel country. Inspired stuff. They were originally started as a sub pop band. Their first two records for sub pop, some of the best records. Of that
Always
decade.
some good hooks.
Yeah, great hooks. He's got like a fantastic voice, and
Incredible
it's really
voice.
it's this guy Ben Bridwell.
Yeah,
and the other cast of characters have changed along the way. But this is their sixth album. I expect it to be well received, and I'm looking forward to.
So there was a minute when can't remember the guy's name. Original bass player leaves the band.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they put out a release saying, "Hey, not that this is the end of Band of Horses, but you know, whatever." And then I think within the year they got somebody new. And there's a video on YouTube, which is one of their first concerts, and it was somewhere in Europe. And I remember when it posted, watching it, man, and it just came out and they were just on fire. It's just, I was like, I am so glad you guys didn't hang it up.
Yeah, totally. There's
so
a live at the Ryman.
I haven't seen that
thing
one.
that's really good too.
Yeah,
I think
great band.
All that video content is online. Worth checking out if you're
I
not
saw
familiar
them.
with them.
I think it was the last live show I saw before the pandemic.
Oh, I remember that they came.
House of Blues. I think it was House of Blues.
I think that's right. I missed that, but I do like their records.
All right.
Next up is Porches, and I like this album art. And this album is called All Day Gentle Hold. I'm guessing it's a ode to hair products.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yes. Yeah. I was
I'm
like,
just guessing.
I was like, where's he going with this?
That's
Where is he going?
So Porches, New York artist, synth pop, and I definitely want to throw this in here because whenever I hear their records, I think about, you know, Houston was like the mecca for synth pop in the late 80s. Book of Love, Reissues, you know, all that stuff really broke out of Houston. It was a big thing.
Numbers
and this,
you know,
yeah. So if you're looking for new artists to listen to, this is definitely kind of rooted in the same thing, rooted in a band, but yeah, synth pop throwback. How about that? They probably would not appreciate me saying
instantly want to hear it.
Yeah, and on this exclusive yellow vinyl, the last. Oh, and so was the. How can we not talk about the Band of Horses was on translucent rust vinyl?
Translucent rust, people.
That's
a new color for the drop. We
haven't
even talked about that yet. That's amazing. Okay, this is going to be loud in 2 seconds. I apologize.
That's all right.
All right, there we go. All right, so
are we loud?
Yeah. No, we're good.
Okay.
So Michael Henry's checking in. Alice is with us. Emmy Lou Roberts, what's happening? Okay, cool. Just
I love it when they pop up.
Yeah. Thanks for there we go. Look at them. Thanks for being with us, guys. Thank you for being with us. We appreciate it. All right, cool. Sorry, let's go.
Next up, Dolly Parton, and this is a very interesting record because this record ties in to she has a novel. It's out, her first ever novel, which she wrote with James Patterson, who's a winning novelist. Yeah,
writer.
Big writer. Probably couldn't refuse the opportunity to work with Dolly. And there's an album, I'm guessing, that has the narrative.
Kind of goes along with it.
Yeah, it goes along with it. Because if you're a musician,
sure,
you want to have a record to go right along with it.
Yes, indeed. That's interesting. Okay.
Good for Dolly. Everybody loves Dolly. She's just super cool, especially through like the pandemic. And she was just like heart of gold.
Oh yeah,
heart of gold.
Yeah, she was doing lots of cool things.
Okay, this next segment you're gonna love because it's all guitar players.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Next up, Mike Campbell.
Mike Campbell.
Who does not love Mike Campbell? Man? That guy is awesome. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Sadly, no more. Mike Campbell, lead guitar player. He has a band called the Dirty Knobs, which all of us gearheads love that. Love that name, and it is what you expect, man. It's rootsy and groovy, and guitar forward. And
could have been some demos for some Petty sessions.
Yeah, totally. And he co-wrote so many of the Petty.
He's got some moments where his vocal is Petty-ish.
Yeah, I think so too.
I love Mike Campbell.
I love Mike Campbell. Yeah. We were having this conversation earlier. It's definitely like Sidemen.
Totally.
Stuff,
yeah, totally.
But I want to see where it goes.
But there was Dirty Knobs before Petty passed.
Yeah.
So that was his, like, they would meet in a bar in LA and just, do covers all night.
Get off the road.
Yeah. And they would probably be fun to see in a small venue.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So
his first record was pretty good. So we'll see where this goes. I'm looking forward to spending some time on this.
Yeah.
Love this guy.
Yep.
Next up, one of my favorite guitar, not that Mike's not, I love Mike, but Johnny Marr, guitar man from the Smiths. He has I think it's kind of a conceptual record. It's called Fever Dreams Parts 1 through 4, and it's divided up into 4 segments. He is just like, if you're into guitar effects, I mean, that guy's one of like the coolest signal processing guys out there.
Yeah. He's definitely made his mark. What's that? Is that
he's a jazz master guy. Oh, you're trying to see what the pedal? I don't know.
That is a drum machine.
Oh, well, there you go. Maybe get
That's one of the early Roland series. I don't know what that is. Anyway, cool. All right.
He's got I tell you, if you haven't seen this, it's great. So he has a lot of musicians, guitar players of some import. He has a Fender Signature model Jaguar.
He does.
And there's a fantastic demonstration video with him going through all the presets and sounds on it.
Yeah. I think he's got a Jaguar as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a Jazzmaster as well.
Yeah. It's super cool.
Yeah.
Super duper cool.
Yeah.
Okay. This actually came out last week. Big record. We didn't have it to show you, but Slash with Miles Kennedy. This is the 4th Slash record, and it's available.
And the Conspirators.
And there's probably, I think there's like 6 different editions of this. This is the CD box set that comes with a guitar pick and lock of hair, curl, part of the mini top hat or something.
At least half of these songs are blasting in a strip club somewhere right now around the world.
It comes with a little mini pole.
Yeah, but the dude is like
unassailable.
It's Slash.
It's
super consistent. He's gonna blow the roof off the place. Great tone, and Miles Kennedy can sing.
He's great.
Pants.
And I think a lot of people are like, I don't know Miles Kennedy. Why does he get credit and the name of the group with Slash?
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah, Ultra Bridge, obviously, is fronts Ultra Bridge with Tremonti. I believe there's like I think he's got a couple of just solo Miles Kennedy albums.
Yeah.
Good guitar player too.
Yeah, good guitar player. Great foil for that fellow.
Oh my God.
Yeah, totally from the vault, right? Okay, so we've talked about this Run Out Group series before, and this is where they take niche records that aren't mass appeal records, and they take orders from all the record stores in the country, and they only make that amount.
Wow.
And it's a good way to get stuff made that wouldn't normally get made.
Right.
And this
I can't believe it. I can't believe we're about to talk about this.
Biohazard, Urban Discipline.
It's a good record.
It's a solid record.
It's a good record, man.
And when it came out, it there were a lot of fans of it, but it wasn't like a big record. But it's a cool record.
Is this like 91, 92, 93? It's on Roadrunner.
You can read that. You're doing better than me.
I cannot. 92.
They look very upset on the back. Those
well,
guys look like
you have to be upset. Yeah, this is good stuff. Listen to this and other Biohazard chestnuts many, many, many times back in the day.
Biohazard chestnuts.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to end our heavy portion with Overkill. Are you a fan of an Overkill?
Of course.
Okay, so Overkill.
Thrash Titans.
Thrash Titans, Overkill. And so there's this handy dandy box set that's the Atlantic Years that has 6 of their albums in it. The graphics, it's not too exciting because the cover is, as Spinal Tap would say, none more black.
Yeah.
Can you see? Can you see that it's like
black.
two-tone with their like logo on it?
Yeah,
There's the. I think people will remember those albums, even if you're not a metal fan. You remember those from those covers,
right? So that's 85 to 94. So when they were on Atlantic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this is going to be. Yeah, this is a lot of good stuff.
So, and you know, those records have not been available on CD or really any format in a while.
Never.
At least in
the States, like so many bands, so many thrash bands, never even got close to like Metallica appeal, or maybe even Megadeth appeal.
But they all.
But these guys are like one of the columns in the pantheon of thrash. You know, I mean, if they instead of the big four, they would have done a big five. Arguably, they could have been five. Yeah,
I think you're in on that. That's good. And Atlantic was a great spot for a great label for a lot of those heavy acts.
This was really interesting because I didn't know anything about these guys until you put it on the list, so I had to do some research.
This is a kooky record. This is like one of the kookiest records we're going to talk about, and to just give you some background on it. This is a record that was influential when it came out. It was a cool record, but it was like record store cool. Like it didn't hit the mainstream. It was big with DJs.
That is not shocking.
Yeah, it is a very, very odd record. Originals sell for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Even the CD is like in the $30 to $50 range.
Wow.
It is now being reissued as what you call Record Store Day essential records. They're records that might not normally make it into the Record Store Day, which is coming up, by the way, April 23rd. It wouldn't normally make it as one of those releases. So now they're scheduling them out throughout the year, and I'm so glad they did. This is Lovage by Nathaniel Merriweather, and you're looking at this. It looks like a what we would call a Exotica album, like Martin Denny or whatever from the 60s, right? Like lounge music.
Yeah.
And this is Music to Make Love to Your Old Lady by.
Yeah.
And I remember when it was in the store, like when it was coming, I was like, what the heck is this thing? Well, for those that don't know, Nathaniel Merriweather is A-list. This is Dan the Automator. And he was coming off of a huge hit because he produced Clint Eastwood.
Right, for Gorillaz,
And, and it was kind of everywhere there for that year. And, Africa Bambaataa on the record.
Mike Patton's on
Patton,
here.
Kid Koala. The female vocalist is like a little known band, but Elysian Fields.
Christina.
Jennifer. She's on. So Jennifer Charles.
They're Jennifer Charles.
So this is really an odd record, very influential, romantic, loungy hip hop.
Here are my notes. Lovage, weird independent movie soundtrack music from Dan the Automator. There's a lot to like here. Music with a film noir vibe. Mike Patton shows up on a track, which always gets my attention because that guy's nothing if not always creative. Great for sitting in the dark on a rainy night drinking whiskey neat by yourself.
Whoa! If that is not a enthusiastic endorsement,
in the dark,
I don't know what is. This is on. People are freaking out that this thing is available again. It's on turquoise vinyl, so get down with Lovage by Dan the Automator. And
Vibes.
I'm just gonna
go with that.
And we're gonna take it completely the other way in the reissue portion. The reissue portion. Tell
me what this is.
So this is Andy Irvine and Paul Brady. This is probably one of the most important Irish folk records ever released. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen an American copy of it. It was probably reissued on Green Linnet or one of those labels from 1976 with Kevin Burke, who's all these guys involved in this project are the ceiling of artistry for Irish folk. And
that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Again. We've had originals come through. This is in $60 or $80 range, so it's good that this thing's finally available again.
You are once again learning stuff on the drop.
That's what we're trying to do here. We're throwing in some,
remastered from the analog tapes, right? 12-page booklet. Never before seen photos. Come on.
Yes, there you go.
You're winning all day. You're winning all day long with that one.
And you got St. Patty's Day. You need some traditional music that is not like
that. It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same.
This is the real deal.
Yeah.
So look for that, and that's on CD as well, as with most of what we're talking about. Hey, this is a big record.
That's a
this
huge.
Was a big record
was
for all of us. I love
massive record. Yeah.
Expanded reissue of the Lemonheads. It's a shame about that. Evan Dando. And so this has tons of extras. They released a bunch of EPs around this, so that all the extra tracks that were called some duets with I'm spacing out.
I'm spacing
from the
out
Blake
too.
Babies. Juliana Hatfield.
Oh, yeah,
My
yeah.
Drug Buddy, which is kind of a hit unto itself.
Yes.
And then you get demos for pretty much the whole thing, and that's available on CD, LP, as well as an expanded box. There's also a expanded LP version, but could have this one back too. It's kind of weird. That's one of those records, a big record of that era that you think, oh, I'll just go down and pick up that record. No, it's not available. It is again.
Our friends at the NME called it perfect.
I would agree with that. I love that record. It's good soundtrack for that year.
Was the cover of Mrs. Robinson on that?
I think that was on.
Or was that just like a single?
I think that was a single.
Yeah.
And I think they if I'm remembering right, sports fans.
Yes.
I think that they repackaged the CD with that song.
And attached it. Yeah. All right.
Okay, next up, one of my favorite albums of all time. Favorite album covers of all time. This checks all the boxes.
Wow. I didn't think that would have been on your list.
Oh, dude,
but that's incredible.
I love this.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, Piper at the Gates of Dawn, Syd Barrett era Pink Floyd, before Roger Waters took the helm. This is psychedelic rock at its finest, as the cover would lead you to believe.
Yes.
Astronomy Domine, Lucifer Sam, Interstellar Overdrive. Essential. You want to go deep on psych rock. This is the jump off point.
Was this the last record with Sid?
No, that's the first one.
That's the first record with Sid. Okay. Yeah, I saw a documentary. It was like the early. They kind of carried it. It wasn't just Syd Barrett, but it was because they do get into Dave Gilmour towards the end of the documentary. But I don't think it makes it up to like Dark Side of the Moon or anything.
No.
But it was like fascinating. I mean, I knew very little about him, and it went pretty deep into. And that whole,
it's heavy. It's cool. It's weird. There
was a lot of stuff happening within this space.
Oh yeah, for sure. And this record in particular, this kind of kicks the whole thing off over there. This was a huge hit in the UK. This is the mono version of this record, which if you try to find a mono English copy of that record, is going to set you back hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So it's a way to hear the recording as it was intended.
That's cool. That's a good one.
Very, very cool record.
That's a good one.
And this is a sweet tie-in. I like this. We talked about these guys last week.
We talked about them last week. Yeah.
These were records that were indie store exclusives that were sneaking out. They were supposed to be due here last year, and they're just kind of hitting the racks. Definitely, these guys listen to plenty of Pink Floyd. This is Echo and the Buddy Men Heaven up here, one of their finest works. I love this whole record.
I'm going to shout out my good friend Sean Feely, who actually was the first person that handed me an Echo and the Bunnymen record and said, listen to this. There you go. Man, this is got a lot of good stuff this week.
We're not leaving any junk behind. Next up, we want to talk about a local record.
Yes, we do.
Let's talk about Mark Riddell.
Let's talk this. Yes. So he has got new music out. Some of our friends here locally, if you don't know him from his as the frontman of his own music, bass player with Grand Ole Grizzly.
Yeah, played some Alan Olds, but
very prolific local.
It's hard to think there's a gig going on in town that he's not.
Right, I think his record release is, and I didn't bring my notes. I'm sorry, it's going to kill me. I sent it to you. What's the album? What's it called? Did you write it down? Great. It was my idea, and I screwed the pooch. All right, don't worry, because we're going to talk to our research department here. We're going to go right to it. Let's see. Where is it? Mark Riddell presents. I'm trying really hard. Corporeal Pilot? He's going to kill me. Mark, I'm so sorry, brother. I can't read it. But anyway, there are two versions of Shakedown Mr. Bluebird. One, okay, all right. Anyway, Mark Riddell playing this weekend, Saturday night. Look for it locally. He has got a new record coming out. Go see it. Show him some love. Cactus and the guys here always do such a great job of promoting local music. And you know, we need our scene to keep growing and just becoming a more fertile ground for acts that will go national and worldwide.
Yeah, and you know, it is great to see the flow of these local and regional records start going again. Because I think if you had some of these records probably recorded before, I don't know what the situation was with Mark's record, but people are trying to figure out even when to release records. I mean, if you're a local or regional artist, like you have to be able to play live to promote it.
Yep.
And that really is only just come back online. So Mark is a fantastic musician, and people absolutely should check it out. There's going to be lots of guests, and I hope to have him rocking the record store again sometime. I was trying to think. I have no idea how many times he's played at the store. He's played with tons, a bunch of folks here at the Cactus.
And any idea when the live music might be returning?
We're going to announce some personal appearances that are signing events. I'm hoping we're just kind of waiting for this continued trend to just kind of hit.
If the numbers keep going down.
2 more benchmarks and we're there, and we're going to look at it.
Need to stay in the green zone just a little longer.
Yeah.
All right, for everyone's safety.
Yeah.
All right, absolutely. All right, cool. Shout out to Mark Riddell.
And all right, jazz records. We only have one jazz record to discuss this week, but I love this cover. Grant Green, who's really the Blue Note guitar player of legend, and this is his record Latin Bit. Honestly, didn't remember this record, but you know, Willie Bobo. You got a guy named Potato on there, Potato Valdez playing conga. So there you go. You know, that's good.
Again. Just one, the turntable one that he just put it, because I'm sorry, I don't know very much about Grant Green. I know the name,
Grant Green,
I don't know that much about him.
He has several, you know, as far as guitar jazz, which I think, you know, again, we've talked about it before. People really gravitate towards saxes and trumpets and things like that. But he's definitely a ceiling of artistry for guitar players in jazz music, and he's got several Blue Note classics. And this is part of the Tone Poet series, where it's audiophile reissue from the original master tapes, and they've you know, cleaned up even the album artwork and everything. So it's a real shelf pleaser.
Like I've said before, put some jazz in your life, people.
There you are.
Sorry, you won't be sorry. It's going to make you better.
Okay, so we're gonna expound on what we did last week. We did a available again portion, because they're in every record that we're featuring here has not been in stores. In years, so you can finally pick them up at your favorite local record store, including Cactus. And this is Jane's Addiction, Ritual de la Bichol.
Yep, I have it on vinyl. I bought it the minute it came out.
There you go. This is on Pearl vinyl. This was actually like a record store day piece, and they just repressed it. And, you know, we haven't had this in the store in years. A huge breakthrough record. Actually, the previous record was the breakthrough. But this one has been cut stealing. This is like the MTV record, right?
This is definitely
these
MTV.
days.
Yeah, Classic Girl, which is the song I love. Yeah. Stop, 3 days, been caught stealing. Yeah, man, it's really, really good. They're touring as well.
I mean,
they're doing some dates.
You don't want to sit at home. You get out there and play.
They are doing some dates.
Gipsy Kingd. Best of the Gipsy Kingd.
Banger.
A banger. I always would joke, I was like, man, their guitar player's so good.
Yes, he is amazing.
Because there's like
he's amazing. Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah. Not Tall Man.
No.
I was on a plane. I told you I was on a flight with them to Dallas.
Were you?
Not on their personal plane. They just happened to be on the super loud. They're all talking, making a lot of noise. Like, all these little guys, and what language are they speaking? You know, but I knew it.
It was the Gypsy Kings.
It was the Gypsy Kings, and they don't give up.
They don't give
a hoot.
Yeah. Bambalea is the big hit, but they had a bunch of hits, and you know, really one of the huge international music records of that decade. Ever. Huge crossover band. You can finally get their music on vinyl again. Yeah,
if you don't own this and you go buy it, the next time you have a party and everybody's being loud, just having drinks, put this on, and it's going to be there isn't a bad song on it. Start to finish, everybody's going to dig it.
It's cool.
People might start dancing.
Oh yeah. Next up, Paramore. After we've talked about this band repeatedly on the drop, they are their profile just keeps going up and up and up and up. But we've stocked very expensive imports of this because you can only get it from Europe. It's now available to get it in the States at a more agreeable, affordable price. Afterlife, big record from them.
Love their guitar player, and I always forget his name. And I'm embarrassed. But great band, Jack. I love these guys. One of the bands my daughter and I can agree on.
Oh yeah,
and we can put this on, and the two of us can actually be okay.
Yeah, cool band, and really
paid their dues too. Did a lot of touring, but everybody in the van, just sort of did it,
rounded out.
Yeah, it wasn't like superstardom right out of the gate. There's something new coming from them as well, right?
Well, she just had solo records.
She did a solo record, but the band's doing something. I know I read something somewhere that they're already working on.
Oh, that's good to hear. Excellent.
So hopefully that's accurate.
And we're going to end this artist. The records have not been available in the States in a couple of years, and they're back. And we just have to say she's been one of the most eloquently outspoken about the Ukrainian invasion.
Okay.
So Regina Spectre. She's got 2 records that are highly regarded here. Critical Raves, The Soviet Kitsch, and Begin to Hope. And she is, oh boy, I can never go left or right.
Okay. Wait a minute. Can we do 2 sleep faces? Right
this one's really me right here. That's totally. I don't know how this looks, but it feels pretty good.
All right, there you go.
Okay. So she's of Russian descent and speaks an accent, and is also Jewish, and has been very, condemning of what is happening in Eastern Europe right now. And she is a terrific artist, worth checking out on lots of content out on her on YouTube and Tiny Desk concerts and things.
What was her, what put her on the map? What was the song? I can't remember. It's got to be on one of these, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was. But I remember when it came out, because I remember it's like, oh my God, who's that?
Yeah. She, distinctive voice, piano playing too.
And if you are wondering what you can do to support the crisis, I understand that UNICEF is accepting donations. They're operating to help the children in the now war-torn areas in Ukraine, and also, oh goodness,
Hello.
Why am I blanking? I got starved. Salvation Army. They're also have a worldwide effort going, and Doctors Without Borders is leading a mission there to help people who are trapped and can't. We were talking earlier. I interviewed a couple this morning who have a local business here in Houston and she's from Ukraine, he's from Kazakhstan, and while they have been able to speak to their families. One family, his family lives near the Russian-Ukraine border, and basically they sit around the house, wait for the sirens to go off, and then everybody goes down into the basement because they can't get to the train station. There's thousands upon thousands of people trying to get out.
See that on the news.
People offering to drive people out of the country are charging astronomical amounts of money. They want it in cash to take you and your family away. Anyway, so do what you can, help if you can, get informed, and we will see you guys on the drop. What's coming up next week? Anything on the horizon we need to know about? No idea. That's the best thing. It's going to be like, what's behind door number 1? Quinn, take it away. All right, guys, we will see you. That does it for us. Take it easy. Have a good one. It is season 2. Yes, it is.